Amazon just released its Q3 earnings, and the numbers are sparking a lot of debate. From AWS growth to challenges in the e-commerce space, we're breaking down what this means for investors and whether Amazon is still a buy. Let's get into it. Welcome to our channel, where we make sense of the financial markets. In today's video, we'll take a deep dive into Amazon's Q3 earnings report. We'll cover their financial highlights, performance across different segments like AWS and e-commerce, and their outlook for the future. Make sure you stay till the end, where I'll share my opinion on Amazon's valuation and future potential. Key financial metrics. Amazon's Q3 revenue stood at $158.9 billion, marking an 11% year-over-year increase. This result surpassed analyst expectations of $155.8 billion. Key drivers included increased Prime memberships, heightened consumer spending, and targeted efforts to optimize logistics ahead of the holiday season. The company reported a net income of $15.3 billion, translating to earnings per share, EPS, of 1.43 compared to 0.94 from the same quarter last year. This represents a 52% improvement. Such results reflect shifts in operating costs, consumer demand, and macroeconomic factors. Operating margins stood at X%, slightly above but below last quarter's performance. The margins reflect ongoing challenges, including higher logistics costs, inflationary pressures, and increased investments in technology and staffing. What stands out in these numbers is Amazon's ability to diversify its revenue streams, leveraging high-margin segments like advertising and cloud computing to offset traditional retail's lower profitability. This strategy is central to Amazon's long-term growth plan. AWS, Amazon Web Services, performance. AWS continues to lead Amazon's profitability, $27.5 billion in revenue for Q3, an 11% growth compared to the same period last year. AWS represents approximately 60% of Amazon's total profits, solidifying its role as the company's primary profit driver. In the highly competitive cloud computing sector, AWS maintains its leadership position despite stiff competition from Microsoft Azure and Google Cloud. AWS's market share remains significant, but growth has slightly slowed due to increasing competition and customer diversification. Amazon's focus on innovation within AWS is notable. Recent investments in AI-driven solutions, serverless computing, and machine learning tools aim to create new revenue streams. These technologies are anticipated to drive demand from businesses seeking scalable and tailored solutions for their operations. The importance of AWS extends beyond its revenue contribution. It's a symbol of Amazon's capacity to dominate emerging industries. The upcoming quarters will be critical as AWS aims to capitalize on its AI investments to maintain its competitive edge. E-commerce and retail trends. E-commerce remains at the core of Amazon's operations. North American sales grew by 9%, reaching $95.5 billion, while international sales showed an 11% increase, totaling $35.9 billion. Despite these challenges, Amazon's ability to maintain a global footprint in e-commerce is impressive. Prime memberships are a major growth driver, with an estimated 5 million new members added this quarter. Prime Day played a significant role, boosting both subscription revenue and product sales. Initiatives like same-day delivery and expanded logistics networks further enhance customer satisfaction. These advancements come at a cost. Investments in logistics, staffing, and infrastructure are eating into margins. However, these efforts are crucial for Amazon to maintain its dominance in the competitive e-commerce market, especially as consumers increasingly demand convenience and speed. Looking forward, the holiday season will be a decisive period. Amazon's Q4 guidance indicates confidence in strong consumer spending despite macroeconomic pressures. Successfully navigating this season could significantly bolster year-end results. Advertising revenue. Amazon's advertising business has become a crucial part of its strategy, generating $12.1 billion in Q3 revenue with a 19% growth rate. This segment's profitability helps offset challenges in areas like e-commerce, which operate on thinner margins. What sets Amazon apart in the digital advertising space is its unparalleled access to consumer data. Amazon offers advertisers unique targeting capabilities, earnings. This has positioned Amazon as a formidable competitor to industry leaders like Google and Meta. The advertising segment's high-margin nature underscores its growing significance to Amazon's diversification strategy. As advertisers increasingly allocate budgets to performance-driven platforms, Amazon's advertising business is well-positioned for continued growth. Key challenges and risks. Despite its strengths, Amazon faces significant challenges. Labor costs and inflation remain persistent headwinds. Operating expenses increased by $4.8 billion, driven by wage increases and expanded logistics operations. Regulatory scrutiny is another pressing issue. Antitrust investigations in multiple markets could disrupt Amazon's operations and impact its ability to expand. Additionally, evolving consumer behaviors and a potential global economic slowdown pose risks to sustained growth. Balancing growth initiatives with cost management will be critical for Amazon's future. Addressing these challenges proactively will determine its ability to maintain its position as a market leader. Market reaction and Q4 outlook. Following the earnings release, Amazon's stock price increased by 5.7% in after-hours trading. Investors' reactions were driven by key metrics such as AWS growth, margin performance, and forward-looking guidance. For Q4, Amazon's projected revenue between $181.5 billion and $188.5 billion has analysts cautiously optimistic. Price targets for the stock range from $150 to $180. Much of this optimism hinges on Amazon's ability to deliver during the holiday season and sustain growth in high-margin segments. Conclusion and personal take. Amazon's Q3 earnings highlight its strengths in diversification and innovation. AWS, advertising, and Prime memberships are driving significant revenue, showcasing Amazon's ability to adapt to evolving market dynamics. However, challenges like rising costs and increasing competition must not be overlooked. For long-term investors, Amazon remains a compelling option. Its leadership in cloud computing, advances in AI, and strategic growth in high-margin areas make it a resilient investment. However, short-term fluctuations and valuation concerns warrant a measured approach. If you already own Amazon stock, it's worth holding onto for its long-term potential. If you're considering an entry, waiting for a pullback or clearer valuation metrics might be prudent. What's your take on Amazon's Q3 performance? Are you bullish or bearish on its future? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to channel, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss our next analysis. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.